Well. We've waited long enough for us to do our final Mortal Kombat 1 wishlist predictions roster. I think it's that time. MK1 is right around the corner. September release. We got EVO in a couple days. If you guys are going to EVO or in Las Vegas, I'll be there. So if you see me, say what's up. I'm probably holding this around, going talking to people. So a lot of reveals are gonna be happening. So if there was any time to do our last ditch effort on throwing into the universe who we want, who we wish to be in the roster, it's right now. I didn't know if you guys wanted to see me do an updated one, but a lot of you guys do. So if you guys are excited, drop a thumbs up. Can we get this video 5,000? If we get 5,000 likes, I'll be giving away an MK1 Collector's Premium Edition, the one with the Liu Kang statue, all right? But I'm not just gonna give this to anybody, so make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the channel, because I'm not gonna give it to Joe Schmo, we're giving it to the Cage fan. But without further ado, let's predict the final roster for MK1. Bada bing! We got here a mock-up from the homies over at the Realm Cast. Make sure you check out their page. Great guys. They have made this amazing illustration here with the updated roster, who we have in the base roster, who we have in the cameo, DLC, pre-order, and DLC cameos. We have 9 available slots here in the base roster that has not been revealed yet. We got 4 cameo character roster that have not been revealed yet. We're gonna place our guesses on who these question marks could be. Let's just go right off the rip and say who we know is confirmed. We already know Reiko is gonna be base roster. He has to be. So that will take up, bada bing, one of these slots. And Mataro was in that reveal trailer, story trailer as well. So Mataro, bada bing, gets to go there. So already we're down to 3 cameo characters left, and we got 8 base roster characters left. A lot of great characters have not been revealed yet, and the slots are running out. So who do we think are gonna be these remaining characters? Let's go through the cameo, because I feel like there's only 3 left, so let's just get it out of the way. Here's what I'm thinking, all right? Cameo characters are characters that aid you in gameplay, that enhances your gameplay. Characters that you have never been able to use before, you can use now. Hence, Mataro. I mean, you have been able to use him in the past, but he's like a boss character. You don't really expect to use him, but you get to use him now. Also, Farah, you have never been able to technically use her in gameplay unless you do Farah Tor action. Now you can just use Farah in cameo. So, who do I think fits this description? A lot of characters, but I'm just gonna throw a wild card out there and say one of these last 3 remaining cameo is Shinnok. Now you might be saying, Kate, Shinnok has been playable. But no. I'm talking boss mode Shinnok. I'm talking maybe Skeletor Shinnok. I'm talking that OP of Shinnok. That would be a pretty cool cameo character to use on your team. Imagine him coming in, bursting that fire. That would be sick. So Shinnok boss mode or Shinnok normal. I don't even care. I think Shinnok is one of those remaining 3 characters. Well, that's my guess. That's my wish list. The second to last cameo slot. Who do I think that could be? I know I just described what I think a cameo character should be, but I'm gonna break that rule already because this is my wish list. I think the second to last slot, or I want it to be, Fujinistic. Fujin. I want Fujin in the base roster. Spoilers, I did not put him in the base roster, but I love Fujin. I think he's such a cool character, and having a character come in as your cameo throwing wind moves would be pretty dope. So, Fujin, I want him in the game some way, shape, or form. You're gonna be a cameo fighter, sir. And now the last slot in the cameo roster, the base cameo roster for MK1. Who do I think? I thought long and hard. Who would be a great cameo character? A lot of great picks. This pick might shock a lot of you guys that I'm even mentioning this character. But I think the last cameo slot might go to Noob Saibot. I know. Why did I even say his name? Listen, you guys know my history with Noob Saibot. I don't like him as a character, but I would be lying if I said he is not a popular character. So if he's not in the base roster, which I could see him being in base roster, but I don't want to fight Noob ever, the next best thing for the Noob fans is the cameo roster. Honestly, him being cameo does not really fix much because I'm probably still going to get Shadow cloned to death. Whatever. I'm putting my hatred aside for Noob, and I think Noob has a good chance of being a cameo. Especially now that they confirmed that Scorpion is not Hanzo and it's Kuai Liang. Where's Hanzo? If Kuai Liang is Scorpion, is Hanzo Noob Saibot? I'm wondering. That's a different video for a different time. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. We got to have Noob Saibot show up somehow. And if Motaro shows up in the story of MK1, and he's going to be a cameo, or it's safe to assume he's going to be a cameo, why not have Hanzo show up in the story as well? But he is a cameo. That is my MK1 cameo roster wishlist prediction. Now, let's talk about the remaining 8 base roster characters. Who do I think? It's actually kind of hype, or I think it's pretty hype. The last remaining characters I think will show up in the roster because we got a lot of girl power on this roster, and it's pretty hype because usually in times past, Mortal Kombat rosters were dominated by male characters. I love me male characters. I also love me some female characters. It's a nice balance. My wish list consists of like majority females, which is kind of hype. So let's talk about it. We already said Reiko. Who else should be on the base roster for MK1? How about a character that has been teased in the intro dialogue from Liu Kang and Katana? Jade. I think Jade deserves a slot on the base roster. If this is the game that gathers all the colored ninjas, male and female, you gotta have Jade. They already brought back Tanya. We got Melina, we got Katana. Why not bring Jade? Let's just have all of them. Let's just have all of them. And we got Frost. I'm like, come on. I think it's a great call if they add Jade back. And again, they teased her in the intro dialogue. So I feel Jade has a solid chance of coming back in the base roster for MK1. Next, we got a character I feel like is safe to assume is going to be in the base roster, and that is Natara. You guys remember, if you guys have not seen our reaction at San Diego Comic-Con to the extended story clip trailer where it's Smoke, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion talking to each other, at the very end of that clip, you hear a little, who else has a, you know what I mean? I mean, it could be Fujin, right? Fujin could come down. I think a lot of us are saying a winged fighter is coming in, and that is the one Natara. She's been showing up in a lot of MK stuff. She showed up in the live action movie. She showed up a cameo briefly in the Mortal Kombat Legends movie. Natara is getting a lot of love, so let's give her some more love by having her in base roster. So that's my pick for number 3. The 4th slot on this base roster. Who do I think should show up? This character I've been requesting for a while, and I think a lot of us would love to see him in current day engines, graphics. It's Havoc. Come on. He is long overdue. If Havoc does not show up in the base roster, he better show up as cameo. But scratch that. I'm putting positive vibes in the sky. I want him base roster, please. And seeing as he's not DLC, he has to be base roster. NetherRealm knows how much we've been requesting Havoc. And so far, they've been doing pretty good at bringing back fan favorite characters. So, come on. Havoc, this is the time to show up. MK1 is the one that Havoc makes his return. Also, let me know in the comments, or do you guys enjoy this little type of video where I stand in front of the screen? If you guys do, thumbs up, let me know in the comments. I'll do more of these. I enjoy standing. The last 5 character slots, who do I think will fill those slots? Let's talk about the one I think has a very high chance, Reptile. Back to my theory, this will be the game that all the colored ninjas will be in. Sure, Ermac is DLC, but he's gonna be in the game eventually. So I think the last ninja we're missing is Reptile. I mean, Tremor is cameo, so I count that kind of. But Reptile, fan favorite character. He sat out of MK11. He was in the crypt, but that's pretty much it. I think it's a perfect time to have Reptile come back. It's another character, sorry Reptile fans, that can get jobbered in the story. We need a character to come in and get beat up. I mean, Baraka is that character. He's already in the roster, but we need more jobbers. Again, sorry Reptile fans. But let's be honest, he does get beat up quite a lot. But he's cool. He's cool. Big fan. I just know he's not that guy. He's not that guy, pal. So Reptile taking up one of the slots for the base roster. I have a good feeling he's going to come back. And there have been teases of Reptile, so let's make it happen. Next, we got General Shao. We've already heard teases from story clips of the characters talking about General Shao. Shao Kahn is no longer Shao Kahn, but it's General Shao. That's what I'm thinking. If General Shao is a different character that's not Shao Kahn, I'd be kind of surprised. But I think General Shao is Shao Kahn, right? Kahn is just a title of like ruler, right? Like Kotal Kahn. Kahn, it's like king. Now he's not really a king, he's a general. So General Shao, Shao Kahn, if they're talking about him so much, why not have him as a base roster character? I think it'd be cool to see him back. And you can't have General Shao without Sindel. So I think Sindel has a great chance of coming back. You have Katana, you have Melina, you have General Shao. Let's just have the whole family here. Also, all these characters that I'm naming off of the base roster, if they don't show up in the base roster, I do have a good feeling that they have a chance to show up cameo. So Sindel, if she doesn't show up in base roster, I could see her being a cameo. She comes in, does a scream, or she comes in, does a hair whip. So Sindel, I think she will show up. Will she show up base roster or cameo? I don't know. The second to last slot right here. Who deserves that slot? These next two characters, I feel like it's long overdue for them to return into a Mortal Kombat game. First one being Ashrah. Yes, Ashrah, I feel, should take up a slot in the base roster. Especially, she's getting some love too. If you guys didn't see our reaction to the Johnny Cage Mortal Kombat Legends movie trailer, Ashrah shows up in that. Again, a lot of love for other MK characters that have not seen the light of day. So Ashrah deserves a slot in the roster. And the last character is a character I feel like definitely deserves a redemption, or not really a redemption, but a return to the franchise. Another character that have shown up so much. She showed up in MKX. Not playable though. The one, the only, Serena. Yes, come on, man. Now you guys see what I'm saying about my base roster character. Out of the 9 slots that were remaining, I named off, what, 5 female characters, which is awesome, because if my guesses are correct and we get all the characters I named, this, I think, will be the biggest female base roster that we've ever gotten. Don't quote me on that, but it looks pretty stacked. We got Tanya. We got, what, Lee May. We got Katana. We got Melina. We could be getting Jade, Natara, Sindel, Serena, Ashrah. Like, come on. Is this roster not stacked if that happens? I mean, it's still looking pretty good. This is probably the best MK roster that we've ever gotten. And I can't wait to see how correct or incorrect we are. But here you guys go. Snap in the finished product. There you go. That is my final MK1 base roster and cameo roster wishlist predictions. Thank you to the Realmcast for making this mock-up of this illustration. Check out their stuff. Link is down below. But let me know your thoughts down below. Who do you think will be taking up the remaining slots for the base roster and cameo roster? The game comes out very soon. We're getting a lot of reveals left and right. They don't have that much time, and there's still a lot of characters left. So I'm guessing that we're going to be getting reveals like every other week. Again, EVO is happening this weekend in Las Vegas, and I can almost guarantee that there's going to be a reveal for MK there. And who else is going to be there? Me! So if you guys see me in Vegas at EVO, say what's up, alright? I love meeting you guys. You guys are the best. If anything does get revealed, which I'm sure it will, I got you guys covered right here on the channel. So like, subscribe, ring the bell icon so you guys get notified every time we upload a brand new video. Again, if this video gets 5,000 likes, we'll be giving away one of those epic Liu Kang MK1 statues to one lucky Cage fan member. And we might do some more giveaways. So I want to give back. You guys have been showing so much love on the video. So like, subscribe. Mine is unCAGEDgamez, and you just got caged.
Chapter 1 plays like Scorpion. Chapter 2, Sub-Zero. I'm excited to play every one of these chapters. Like I'm excited to dive in and see what makes these characters tick. I'm excited. Next, we got Bronkan. Or should I say OP Baraka, because Baraka looks like